Hi guys, welcome back to my site. This is Riza here. I hope you guys had a wonderful month last month. I know it was very busy. You got a lot done last month. The energies were moving things around. For this month, Jupiter is going into Virgo. So there's going to be a lot of expansion going on, a lot of luck, generosity, knowledge is going to be foremost. Very important. We're going to be sharing with others. We're going to be looking into marketing, books, studies, lessons, trainings. It's all about communications, stabilizing your energy. Virgo is very meticulous, very organized. It's all about health, healing. So the medical fields are going to be very busy. A lot of breakthroughs are going to be happening now with Jupiter in that sign, which is a good thing for all of us. We're going to be focusing as well on our health. Some of us will change our diets. Some of us will join gyms, exercise at home, exercise with our loved ones. We're going to be taking a closer look at our health, how we eat. If we haven't been frequenting the doctors, we may start going to doctors and checking what's going on with our health and getting a handle on that before things become out of hand. If there's something you don't know about, you can start your medications or whatever it is. For each one of us, it'll be something different that we're going to focus on, but it'll be all about our health so that things can become healthier, more stabilized, your energy. You can become more energized, stronger, deal with situations better, less emotional, more controlled. That's what this energy is all about. There's also Venus in retrograde, so you're going to be looking at your values, what they are, where you have been, how you're going to refocus them, realign them so that it works for you now in the future a little bit better. Mercury is also in retrograde. So we're also going to be visiting that, revising, and Mercury is all about communication. So when it goes forward motion again, we're going to be able to communicate these things a little bit better that we have found and realigned and changed and looked at with a fine-tooth comb, because Virgo is very meticulous. So we're going to be paying attention to details and communications. Alright, so I'm not an astrologer, but I did want to touch upon those things because they're very important. Alright, so this is going to be my romance reading for the month of August. I'm going to do things a little bit different. You know that I like to change things up every now and then because that's the way my energy is. I've gotten a couple of new decks and I'm using them for this reading, so bear with me if I'm a little off balance, but it's always the same when I'm dealing with something new. The energies in me have got to mesh. We need to understand each other. So until that happens, I might be a little bit, I don't know, not centered, but you'll notice if I'm not. I'm going to be using some cards from the Lover's Tarot deck. I have pulled the Major Arcana cards, the aces, and all of the court cards out, and those are the ones I'm going to be using for this romance reading. As a support, I'm going to be using Whispers of Love. This is also another new deck, and these cards are very soft and loving. I may pull a card from the Mother Queen of Angels in the end. We'll see. I'll open the deck up just in case I decide to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to pull 3 cards and see what the energies will be for the month of August for us. I do have a new reading that I'm going to be putting out, or a special, but I'll tell you all about that at the end of the reading, so bear with me, stick with me. I know you guys love me and I love you too. These readings are a little bit late. I should have already had them out, but I've been so busy with work and I got very busy trying to study my new decks, so I'm a little late. I'm sorry, but these decks will come in handy in the next couple of months, because it's what I'm going to be using. Oops. Here come our cards. I've gotten a few. Okay. One card representing each week for 4 weeks. I know that August is a little bit longer, but this is what came out. So the first part of the month, we've got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is all about romance, which this is a romance reading. It's all about doing things that you love. It's all about using your intuition and letting it navigate you through life. But for some of you, it could represent your significant other. You're going to be having some really romantic times with your person. And for others, you may be meeting someone of a water sign, either a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. That could become very important as a good friend or as a lover. We see we have some ships here in the background, so perhaps some wishes that you have put out, or someone from the past returns into your life to either close cycles or try again. For some of you it will work out. For some of you, you'll be closing that cycle once and for all. Maybe you'll be thinking of someone in the past that was very romantic, very charismatic. It depends. For each one of us it'll be different, but it'll happen in the first week of August. The second week, we will be taking a very spiritual look at what's going on in our lives. We're going to try to look at things from a different perspective, where romance is concerned, to see if perhaps we're missing something. Perhaps we're not doing something properly. Maybe there's something about our personalities that is keeping love away from us, for those of us that don't have a relationship. And for some of us that do, maybe we feel we need to look at our relationships from a different perspective. Maybe something isn't working, something you need to tweak just a little bit in order for you guys to get along better, or in order for certain issues that you may be experiencing for them to iron out. And you will be doing that. You will be taking that position to where you will look at things from different angles. Perhaps you'll get advice from others, but you will be using your spiritual connection in order to do this, in order to go inside and look and see what it is you can change, perhaps about yourself, that will help where your romantic life is concerned. That's whether you are with someone or not. Around the middle of the month, you're going to be using your strength in order to propel yourself forwards. For some of you, you might meet a fire sign, Leo, if you're single and looking. And for some of you, if you are already in a relationship, you're going to learn to tame your desires, your lust, your inner animal, in order to be more loving, more kind, and channel those energies towards your significant other. To be more romantic when you need to be, more sexual when you need to be, more kind and loving when you need to be. You're going to learn to control your emotions. You see, you have the symbol of protection above your head. So you're constantly being protected and guided. So you need to listen to that and act accordingly. For those of you that are single, you need to learn to control yourself as well. Your lustful urges. Control them so that you can meet someone that is good for you. Learn to tame that inner animal. Leo is also represented by the sign of strength, or by this card. So for some of you, you might meet a fire sign or a Leo. Leos are very interesting. They're very gregarious, very charismatic. Their personalities are outrageous, like the lion. But they're very loving and very dedicated when you learn how to tame them or treat them properly. As a fire sign, they're going to be very forceful, kind of moving energy, strong energy. Fire is very strong, and they're leaders. So you have to stand beside them and be strong. Use your strength. If you're already in a relationship, I touched upon that. If you're single, I touched upon that. And if this has anything to do with work, keep your mouth shut. Use your inner strength as opposed to speaking out. I just thought I'd throw that in. But this is a romance reading, so I will leave it at that. For the later part of the month, we have the Hermit. The Hermit is all about going within, learning, meditating, being by yourself, learning who you truly are and how you're going to lead those that you love from a higher perspective, from a higher point. So maybe there's some things that you do need to go within and look. That you do need to look at from a different perspective. That you do need to use your inner strength in order to propel you forward. That you do need to look inside and learn how to navigate through life. How to act in a relationship. How to attract a significant other if you don't have one already. And if you do have one, how to keep that person happy. How to keep yourself happy. How to create that union between the both of you. How to always have that desire for the other, you know, to keep that alive. Look within yourself to find that strength in order to keep it going for you guys. Let's see. What card comes out from the Whispers of Love to see what it has to say for you. Oops. It's a heavy deck. Let me shuffle. So the King of Cups, the Hangman, Strength, and the Hermit. King of Cups. You may have some passionate emotions for someone that you meet this month. It might throw you off balance. You might not know what to do because being a water sign, they're very emotional. They can bring emotions out of you and you may not know how to react to that. So you will have to look at things from a different perspective. You will need to use your inner strength and you will have to look within in order to figure out whether you're going to pursue this or allow this person to pursue you. But he is going to, or she, depending on what your interests are, is going to arise or stir up some emotional feelings within you that will be romantic, that will be very sensual, that will blow you out of the water, per se. So looking at those cards from this perspective, like the Hangman, I can see it telling quite another story. This person is going to be very handsome and very romantic. You may not be able to resist his charms, him, her. It could be either sex, so be prepared to be blown out of the water by somebody that surprises you, that's very romantic, very sensual, very sexual. Okay, let me see. I will have to pick a card from this deck. It's not wanting to come out. Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have fundamental need to take breaks. Okay, for this month, like I said, Jupiter is going into Virgo. A lot of planets are in retrograde, so we may be a bit tired, exhausted. It's taking our energy and just, we don't even know where it's going. So we need to rest, relax, take some time off if you can, and dream. Go to water. Take a dip in a pool or in a hot tub or in the ocean. I'm not sure where you live, but if you can get out in the outdoors and just kind of relax a little bit, or just sleep. Take rest, take breaks, get a massage. Do something that's going to help you relax, because we do have a very busy month coming. I will pull a card from the Mother Mary deck. So let me make it interactive. We will choose between the numbers 2 and 4. Okay, so pick 2 or 4. The numbers of partnerships or the numbers of stability. There's 2 and, let's see, the number 4. For those of you that picked a number 4. Okay, we have our 2 cards. For those of you that have picked the number 2, grace. I am filled with the same beauty, poise, and divine perfection as all of God's other creations. Through using grace, loving yourself, you will attract a wonderful partner into your life. For those of you that are already in a relationship, you need to use grace in order to spark something beautiful into your relationship. By treating others with grace, gracefully, loving them, knowing that you are a beautiful spirit, that you have the universe within you. You're made of stardust. You are a graceful, beautiful, wonderful person. You need to believe that about yourself and bring it out. Your actions should show that you are full of grace. Do you know how attractive that is to others? To talk that way. Your mannerisms to be full of grace and love. This will help you attract a wonderful person this month. And if someone is watching you that you don't know, the more graceful you are, the more they're going to fall for you. If you are already in a relationship, the same thing applies. So if you picked number 2, by being graceful, loving, and taking breaks this month, it will help you tremendously to navigate throughout the whole month. And where romance or meeting someone new is concerned, you're going to feel better if you use those qualities of grace and rest and relaxation. I just noticed in this card there's a Poseidon, there's oceans, there's dolphins in the background, and a mermaid sleeping at the bottom of the ocean. This also represents the water signs. So for some of you, you will have a water sign that does come into your life this month and try to blow you out of the water. So watch out for that, people. Be graceful when you do meet them. Fill your life with grace. For those that have picked number 4, your inner child is calling. I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care. By nurturing your inner child, you will heal wounds from the past that will help you with your romantic life. Whether you're in a couple or you're hoping to meet someone or you just met someone, healing the inner child is essential for relationships, because you probably don't realize that a lot of the things that you experience as a child, that's whether it's coming from family, friends, people at schools, or things that have hurt you as a child, you carry that with you into your adult life, and then you unconsciously will act it out with your significant other or things that you saw within your own family. You'll carry that with you, and you really don't want that. You need to heal. You need to go back, do some meditations. Look within to see if there's something that you're carrying with you from childhood that you can heal now and release. This is a good time to release all of this stuff. This month is all about healing. Healing the past, healing the present, so that it takes care of the future. It's very important. So this is a very significant card, as this one, because you fill your life with grace. It comes out of you through every pore. And you will attract someone, and by healing your inner child, you will attract someone wonderful into your life. So keep that in mind, my beloved friends from YouTube. Okay, remember, if you have liked this video and would like an in-depth personal reading, you can always contact me at my tarot site. I will have a link up in the corner, and I'll put my address that runs across the top. You can always contact me via my tarot site for a reading. You can send me an email to my email address, riseshealingarts11@gmail.com. There's always a link below as well, and I always have it on the bottom of my video. Let's see what else. You can now cash in on further services and rewards if you follow the link as well that I'm going to have up in the corner from my Patreon site. I thank you guys. I did mention already that I have purchased a few decks. So for this month of August, I'm going to be offering a special reading for $25. 3 questions. Plus you get advice from the Oracle, you'll get advice from your angels and advice from your guides along with a full reading. I will offer that for the first 3 weeks of August, because the next couple of weeks after that I'm going to be going back to work, and I'll be very busy those coming weeks. So this applies from today on through to the 24th, I believe. So take advantage of it, my friends. I have some new decks that I will be using for that, and I'm going to be very excited to give you readings. And then again, if you want to take advantage of something that's a little bit different, or you would like to support me a little bit more, please check out my Patreon site, because I do offer rewards there, and you can help me a little bit by joining that site. I love you guys. As always, I'm going to be putting out your individual zodiac signs between tonight and tomorrow. I've also got my weekly reading that I'm going to be putting out, and I probably will put out a couple of other readings as well. So, stay tuned. I love you as always. Bye for now. Talk to you soon.